The more important thing than you making money is having pressure on the person who has the project to pay you off sooner. Because if you don't have pressure, okay, I'll give you some of the worst case scenarios as a lender. If I have a $500,000, just so you know, Jill, I'm not lending out at 10% interest. That's me. I'm going to people and saying, I want a chunk of money, right? So for example, let me do the math on this. I'll show this to you on a whiteboard real quick. So I've got somebody reaching out to me today for 800,000. And normally like an $800,000 loan at a 10% simple interest, I call it simple interest, which is interest only, simple interest. At a simple interest loan of 10%, my yearly payment on that, if I borrowed it for a year, would be obviously $80,000, right?
Yep.
So let's divide that by 12. That means that I would receive a payment for 6,000, roughly $700 every month. So at the end of the year, I made 80 grand. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I'll take 10%. That's not bad. I think that's what most lenders are doing. However, I don't do it that way because most people are not going to use my money for a year. So what I go to them is I say, how long are you going to borrow the money from me? And they'll say, oh, I need it 90 days. Great. I then look at that 90 days and say, here, I want a chunk of money, not percentage. I don't want a percentage. I want a chunk of money. So for that total year, right? 90 days in a 3-month period, that would be a $20,000 return at 10% interest. That's basically what I would receive. What I'm typically doing, just FYI, is I'm taking that 20 grand and I'm doubling it for that 90 days. And I go, look, I don't care about an interest rate. I care about whatever the next 90 days looks like. I want to receive $40,000 as my return. Every week that it goes past $40,000, it's going to now doubles. Okay. So if it goes another 90 days, I would go 80 grand. What does this do? It does a couple of things. One, it amplifies your ability to make money. People need a hard money lender. I can go get a hard money loan tomorrow. I can snap my fingers and get a hard money loan tomorrow. But somebody that's going to be put in second position that will look at a deal and not be too discerning, meaning like a hard money lender has a very strict box. They're like, we'll only lend money on 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses, no power lines, can't be painted pink, whatever all their stuff is. A private money lender, which is what you're doing, you're way more nimble. You're the unicorn, right? Now we have a lot of private money lenders in Subto, and I give them the same advice. What's cool about joining Subto is that as a student of Subto, I get access to thousands of private money lenders like yourself, right? You're new to Subto and already you have probably 6 or 7 opportunities to lend money like less than a day or less than 3 days into the mentorship.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like what Subto is way more than a stupid mentorship. And when people ask me, do you have a mentorship? I'm like, hell no, I don't have a mentorship. I have a real estate community, which you already feel the difference.
Yeah.
The challenge is if you have 6 or 7 people courting you already, then wouldn't you want to demand a higher return on your investment?
Hey guys, everybody knows I'm long-winded. YouTube knows it, they don't like it. So we have to put these like 10-minute or less videos on YouTube. But really the conversations here with Jill Jensen, one of my Subto students, they go like an hour. They go like an hour and a half. I want to make sure you guys get the full video because it gives you the full context rather than just the short form of it. So
people would pay big bucks for what I just got. So
go on the link down below in the description, click on it, and you'll get a whole hour-long one-on-one that I gave to Jill Jensen. And hopefully one day I get a chance to give you a one-on-one, get to know you, listen to your struggles, your issues. That reminds me, you should probably go down in the comments, make a comment down there and go, hey, here's what I'm struggling with. Maybe we'll make a video with it, or maybe one day I'll give you a one-on-one.
And so if I were you, I would create a time allotment. How long do you need my money? And guess what they're always going to say to you every single time?
a year.
What I experience is people always shortchange themselves because they're trying to sell me on lending money. By me asking them how much or how long, they're assuming I really wanted a short time. And so what they do is they go, I just need it for 60 days. Perfect. I already know you're going to need it for more than 60 days, but I'm going to set the loan term up for 60 days and I'm going to take a chunk of money rather than a percentage. And then what I'm going to do is after that 60 days, which I already know it's going to go past that 60 days, I'm going to then start creating default payments and bonus payments to me because you've gone past my loan term. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Now I'm trying to look out for your best interest as a lender. And if the Subto student has a really great deal, they should look at this and go, yeah, this is awesome. And here's the biggest thing. It's more important. The more important thing than you making money, which is always really, really important. The more important thing is having pressure on the person who has the project to pay you off sooner. Because if you don't have pressure, they will take advantage, and they'll go, there's no reason for me to pay them back. It's like a parent telling a child, clean your room, clean the room, clean the room, clean the room, but there's no repercussions. There's no penalties. They never clean the room. But if you go and you go, dude, just so you know, you're going to sit in the corner all day long today on Saturday while your friends are out playing in the yard because you haven't cleaned your room. In fact, I'm going to do that to you for a month. Now you've applied pressure. The kid goes, oh, wow, there's a negative incentive here. I definitely, whatever. So you have to create a negative incentive when you're lending money. And it needs to be very strongly verbalized. If you default, there's a default fee.